Hey, soul family. Welcome to Healing Truth Tarot. It is hot in my city, so please bear with me. I need the fans. It's just super humid, so the fans might be a little louder than me. I'll try to keep my voice up. I do tend to mumble. My name is Shelly, and again, welcome to Healing Truth Tarot. So please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. It would be appreciated to help our baby channel grow into an adult channel, a full-size channel is what I mean. So anywho, yeah, part of this reading, I'm still using cheat sheet. Part of this reading may not resonate with you. That's okay. Take what you need and leave the rest. If none of it resonates, it wasn't for you. There are so many wonderful readers on YouTube. Have at it. Find something that resonates with you. But stop back at another time, because I might have something for you that you need to hear. Okay? The cards, the deck of cards, all of them. I got new cards. I'm so excited and nervous at the same time to use these for the very first time. I'm so happy. All right, so the decks have been cleansed. All the bad juju is gone. I have been cleansed. All the bad juju is gone. My space has been cleansed. All the bad juju is gone. So let's get to it. I've already pre-shuffled and pre-pulled 2 cards out of each deck. First 2 I pulled out of the Rider-Waite Tarot. Second 2 I pulled out of the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. Third 2 I pulled out of... Third 2 I pulled out of the Meaning Tarot. Then I picked 1 out of the Daily Guidance with Your Angels. And then I chose 1 out of the Healing Energy Oracle. I just was really excited to get some Oracle cards. I love to watch readers use the Oracle cards because they're more in depth. Now, just so you know, these Meaning Tarot, the print is very small. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that or not. They're a little shiny. But I will try to read them. And honestly, if what I'm getting from Spirit doesn't resonate with what the description is on the cards, I'm just not going to give you the full description. That's all. Because these are intuitive readings. I don't really need the cards, but they're pretty to look at, and they help me sort out the stuff, all the energetic chatter in my head. So, all right, so the first card I pulled was the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, and the second card was the Sun. All right, so yes, I have to censor my cards. Someday I'll be able to stop saying that. But I'm just going to repeat it for the first 10 or 15 or 20 videos so people understand why there's a piece of paper on my card. YouTube rules. So, yeah, the 7 of Pentacles is about working hard, okay? And these 2 cards are the base energy of this reading. Okay, so before we continue, some FYI. It is the 5th of July. Tonight is the new moon in Cancer. New moons are for manifesting, bringing in manifestation. So, what you do is you write down what you want to manifest and keep it very simple, because we don't worry about the how or the why or the when, okay? We just write down our exact manifestation in a couple of words. We put it in a jar with sea salt, cinnamon, and the intention, okay, and cover it all with water and let it sit there in your windowsill or on your porch so it can suck up the full moon new moon energy and bring in your manifestations. And honestly, Spirit's telling me there's a good chance that you guys, a lot of you are already getting the manifestations in without even doing that. But do it anyway, just, you know, to cover your butt. Just saying. So, and yeah, and leave it there for 3 days. All right. The moons are generally active energetically 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. So tonight, and then three more days after that. And that's that. So the sun is prosperity, obviously. The coins are prosperity, but this is prosperity born out of hard work. And it doesn't necessarily have to be physical work. It can be the act of manifesting. It can be the act of putting in the effort of clearing out the old to bring in the new. It doesn't have to be physically. For some of you it is. Some of you are trying something new, something that scares the crap out of you because it's new, because you're going to be out of your comfort zone or are already doing it. That hard work is going to pay off. Spirit's given me a word, faith. Have faith. Our guides and angels, Source, God, Jesus, are looking out for us. And we are at the point now in our ascensions into a higher spiritual vibrational energy. We're at the point now where it's due. We're due what we want. Because it's not like we're going to get what we want and hoard it all to ourselves. We're going to get what we want. We're going to share it. We're going to share what we get with other people. Okay? So, the sun is always a good omen. And like I said, for some of you, it's going to be actual physical action that's taken in regards to a project or a side job or something. And others of you, it's going to be the act of manifesting, putting in the emotional and spiritual effort to manifest. All right, so then we have the Tower. Now, again, sometimes that card can be like, oh my God, something awful's coming. That's not what that is. The ongoing theme for us humans as a collective, the collective consciousness, is cleanse and release, cleanse and release, cleanse and release. So, yeah, another FYI. Don't let me forget. And I have to read this because I have a flighty brain. So, Pluto is retrograde until October 11th. Neptune is retrograde until December 7th. And Saturn is retrograde until November 15th. And then smack dab in the middle of all that is going to be Mercury retrograde. Most of August. So this is the month. We're only on the 5th day. This is the month to get yourself together and do what you're going to do. No more sitting around and thinking on it. No more sitting around and worrying about it. No more sitting around and allowing fear or other people's opinions to dictate whether you do this thing that you want to do or get this thing that you want to get. This is yours. It's not theirs. It is none of their business. Do not even share what you're doing with other people because they're going to be jealous because your light is shining brighter, as I always say. And there are haters. And these can be people that you know and you thought were good people. And it's not like they're bad people, but they're not out for your best interest. They are willing to get their needs and wants met by walking over top of you. I can see ideas and projects being snatched right out from underneath you. So, shh. No sharing. No sharing. And if you feel like you just have to get it out of you, I totally understand that because you're excited, right? You're excited, you're happy, you're like, oh, something new, and I really want to do this, and I'm really excited over it, and it's something you're passionate about, okay? So if you do share it with somebody, you make sure, even if it's your partner, spouse, lover, best friend, you make sure that you think on what the actions you have witnessed them take appear to be transparent. Right? So be careful who you share with, and a lot of us are like sharing our business with all of these other people because we're so excited about it, and they are sending us bad juju, and most of them don't even know they're doing it. And that's worse to me than somebody who does know that they're doing it. Because if you're not aware of something, you can't fix it. So, the Tower's coming. It may be here already, or you may have already experienced. This is a timeless reading. Oh yes, by the way, I'm sorry, folks. This reading is for the Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. And I think after this, I'm gonna put out a general reading for the Mass Collective for this full moon. So, yeah. So look out for that one. And because if this one doesn't resonate, all of it doesn't resonate, or just a little of it does, then maybe the next one will. So anywho, then we have, because of that Tower, all right, so what happens when the Tower comes down? Everything is demolished, everything, and you have to start from scratch. You have to start from scratch. You know, and these people are jumping out of this Tower willingly. They're like, okay, that's it, I gotta go. And I feel like a lot of you are making that decision. That's it, I gotta go. Leaving situations or people behind. And both, I think. Both. So the Ace of Pentacles comes after that. The beginnings, new beginnings. Now, Earth energy is slow, right? Just like a plant takes its time to grow. And it grows out when it's ready to. Not when we yell at it and tell it to. I got some pothos in my house, and I would just want them to get to it. But they're going to do what they do, right? So this is a lot like that. The really good stuff is on its way. And I think even though this is slower moving energy, I think this is really talking about how slow the process of these manifestations have been coming in the past, in the past. But on the other side of it, because you've been manifesting these things for so long, that it's coming quicker than you think. And a lot of us are going to be taken by surprise with what shows up. And do you know why they show up? Because sometimes we go, okay, that's it, I'm done focusing on this thing. I haven't seen it yet, I'm not going to see it. And sometimes that can work in your favor. Right, because sometimes your manifestations come simply out of an intense desire. But in a way, it's letting go. If you say, okay, that's it, I'm not going to focus on this anymore. It's not coming. Just because you think that doesn't mean it won't come. It's a form of letting go. Because I can see you, some of you, this applies to some of you, just hanging on so tight to these manifestations and these wishes, and not connecting to yourself on the physical, to yourself on the higher levels, to your guides and your angels or your higher powers if you have one, because you're so focused on what you want to manifest. The second we stop looking for something, boom, there it is. Excuse me, there it is. It's a beautiful thing, people. There it is, right? So, let's go to the next card. It's coming, you guys, it's coming. So we have the Knight of Cups, and I'm going to read it for you, because I was talking about slow movement, and cups are about emotion. All right, so this says, express your creativity with compassionate emotion. Don't beat yourself up. Like I just said, take it slow. Let it go. But sometimes you can't just let it go. It's easier said than done. Oh yeah, you just let it go. Well, how do you do that? We do it when we've gotten to the point of getting humble and stepping back. That's when the manifestations show up. When we let it go by being humble and saying it's either not coming or it'll be here when it gets here, and that's why Spirit was giving me that word, faith. It's coming, I promise you. I promise you, it's on its way if you haven't already received it. Yeah, Spirit says go buy a lottery ticket. Just the one. Don't overdo it. Not an excuse to go out and buy 1,200. dollars worth of lottery tickets, because you won't win. Yeah, but Spirit says go on by, play some type of game, scratch off, lottery, whatever. Just do it. Just the one. And if that is meant for you, Spirit will rearrange everything. Source will rearrange everything. The universe will rearrange everything for you. All right? All right, and now on the rest of this meaning tarot, underneath express your creativity with compassionate emotion, it says romantic, sensitive, indolent, graceful, poetic, vain, moody, idealistic. So yeah, that's why I was thinking humble. I didn't even read that, and I was thinking Spirit was telling me humble. Because the the positive attributes are romantic, sensitive, indolent, and graceful, and poetic. But on the flip side of that, the Knight of Cups can become vain, moody, and idealistic. I feel like you got somebody too, not around you physically, but someone in your energetic space that is the opposite side of the positive attributes, that they're vain, moody, and idealistic. Like, they think you owe them something. Now, you don't owe them whatever it is, but in their mind, you owe them something. And don't put it past them to harass you if they see you. It will happen. And I'm going to try to choose my words wisely. I'm an Aquarius. I can be very judgmental when people are being jerks. This person has got untreated mental health issues. They have parental issues, the feminine parental issues. They are acting out of pure instinct. And they are all over the place here. They're all over the place. So they just act on impulse. Everything they do, they act on impulse. And that is, it's scary, first off, because there's no conscious thought behind their actions. And I'm just going to, well, Spirit's going to suggest that you protect yourself in some way, shape, or form. Again, haters do not like people who shine bright. And if they're catching these great vibes off of you, they're going to want to try and pull you down to their level. And their level is extremely dense and heavy and almost physically painful for you to be around. So protect yourself with stones, amethyst, quartz crystal. The bigger the better. Carry it on your... So if you're right-handed, that's your giving hand. If you're left-handed, that's your receiving hand. Carry it on your receiving hand side, because that will block them from giving it to you on your through your receiving hand. It works because it's about the intention. You could walk down the street without a crystal in your pocket. If you intend for that person to not bother you, for you to be protected, I would focus on that. Focus on being protected by your guides and angels, because you're this amazing soul. Okay, you're an amazing soul, and you have all these gifts and all these qualities, and some of you are really good with money. Some of you are very, very grounded. Some of you are very meticulous in everything. And I would be speaking to the Virgos there. And the Capricorns are the sign that's very good with money, and Taurus is very grounded. I mean, and they're all earth signs, so they're grounded to a point. But sometimes we can take on the not so great attributes of our signs and focus on those things. In my world, we call it a defect of character, or on this channel and around my circle, we call it shadow work. Things that are hidden, things in the shadow. And I should point that out too with this new moon. Now, all those planets in retrograde right now, and the new moon, this is an extremely auspicious time, a beautiful time to clear out old karma. Whatever you got left over, because you've been working hard at it, whatever you got left over, you do it. And if you have to clear a karmic debt with someone, or they need to clear karmic debt with you, you don't have to physically be around them. There's ways for you to cut the string. I think I mentioned it in another video. You visualize you on one side, the person on the other, and there is literally an energetic string attaching you to each other, okay? And in your mind, and you can do it physically with a string too, your name on one side, their name on the other, and then you position the scissors right in the middle of the string, and when you can visualize cutting that cord, that string of the other person from you, you snip that piece of yarn or piece of string that's in the physical, and it works. You don't have to deal with this person in person. It's okay. It's not even about fear. It's okay for you not to interact with this person to clear up karmic debt, because I don't feel like it's yours. It's theirs, and it's their job to clear up their own crap. You've had enough to deal with. You've been working on yourself. So that's that. It works for me. So anywho, here we go with the Two of Cups, more emotion. That's partnership. Open your heart and receive love from others. And it doesn't have to be romantic love, but there is, Venus is real active right now, so there probably is going to be a lot of reference to romantic love in a lot of YouTubers' readings. And I want to thank each and every tarot reader that came before me, because I watch you guys and you inspire me. I almost choked up. Okay. And underneath that, the attributes of the Two of Cups: balance, attraction, partnership, harmony, mirth, equality, balance. They said that twice. Connection. Well, if they said it twice, balance twice, it must be. We'll take that as an emphasis on balance, and that is what the Two of Cups is. It can be a partnership in anything. It could even be a partnership between you and your guides and angels, you and Source, you and your higher self, getting together and getting stuff done. Okay? I like it. All right, so now we have a card from the daily guidance from the angels. Trustworthy guidance. I don't think you can read that. Here, let me try this. No, I'm sorry. That's not going to focus for me. All right, so it says, and it's very small, trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your problems. I'm sorry, to your prayers. An answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support. Hold on. Okay, our support for anything. These are so tiny that you. All right. Ask for and receive, and be open to receive our support for anything that you need related to this idea. So what they're saying, now that if I can quit stuttering, that was very small, people. I apologize. What they're saying is, ask for help. Now, with the angels, they want you to ask them. Sometimes they step in. They've been stepping in a lot in the recent past, but right now we've become, so aware of ourselves spiritually that they don't need to step in too much anymore. They just don't need to, because we're reaching out by ourselves. But they're reminding you to please ask for help. You've got this new project going on, this new thing, and you don't know how to do something. Ask for help, then let it go. And the way to be open is to be aware of yourself, your inner self. You might hear it audibly, you might get a flash of it with your third eye or when you close your eyes. I get a lot of messages when I'm napping. You might hear it inside your head, a word, a phrase, or this idea will come to you and it wasn't yours. It's an idea that was given to you. They're ready and standing by and waiting for you to say, please help me. I don't understand this piece of this. So I see a lot of technical stuff, you guys. I see you guys doing a lot of technical stuff with social platforming, AI. I see you doing a lot of that. Good for you. It's fun. I like it. I need some water, folks. Sorry. I'm very dry today. It's very hot. Anywho, the next card I pulled, the last card, and we'll pull more. I'll pull words, and then we'll pull a couple more cards if we need to. The timer on the clock is 25, so 5, 6, 7. Look for the number 25 or the number 7. Number 7 is the good luck number, lucky 7. Excellent. Healing Energy Oracle. That was the last card I pre-drew. So it's called Acceptance. Maybe you can read this one. Almost. All right, so this isn't so small. It says, I accept every step that life presents me without resistance. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. Thus, I advance in freedom on the path of light. So that goes with this card of asking your guides and angels. I try to find out what the universe is trying to teach me so that I can grow. And that's where you guys are at. It's freaking beautiful. I can't even explain to you. I'm so excited for you. So excited for you. You guys got it going on. But Spirit says, take a deep breath. There's a lot of energies around you. All the time. This isn't new. And because you're doing that, connecting inner with your inner self, your higher self, you're going to be picking up other people's stuff. I call it other people's stuff, but other people's energies. Right? Try to decipher and ask Spirit or your angels for help with that, to decipher what's yours and what's theirs. You know, like if you have a housemate, sometimes you might find yourself unexplainably angry, unexplainably happy or giddy for zero reason. No reason. You are most likely picking up on somebody else's energy. And there's ways to block that and bloodstone. You can block other people's energies directly in your home, like that are physically in your space. You can block that with bloodstone, okay, and burning some bloodstone incense. Yeah, baby, we're not messing around over here. Block that energy, folks. Block it. Fear's telling me something else, but I wasn't listening. They'll tell me again. Maybe through the words. I'm in the word jar. I am in the word jar. All right, so we have interesting. This. What you're doing, like I said, you find it interesting. Because, all right, these words, these little word cards are like, they go with certain cards. I can't think of the word. I just completely lost the word. Clarifiers. Thank you, Spirit. Interested. So what you're doing, you're interested in, and that's the whole point of manifesting. Do what you're interested in. Don't do something that you hate. Don't go get a second job at the local restaurant if you hate working in the restaurant business. Don't take whatever you can get. You don't need to. You're taken care of. And it may not feel like it, but you are. I'm going to keep harping on every video about gratitude. Gratitude. At least one thing you can focus on in your life or in your home that you are literally totally grateful for. And the more you do that, the less of that, I don't have this and I don't have that, the less of that will happen. I mean, we're human. It's going to happen every now and then. But what we're trying to do is manifest. And if we're always thinking, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, you're not going to manifest shit. Nothing's going to come to you that you want. Or it will come to you half-assed. Excuse my cussing twice. But that's the best way I can explain it. or it'll almost come to you. Or what you want comes to somebody else. That's happened to me. Oh, I was mad. I was jealous and I was mad. It was a long time ago. But I've seen other people get my manifestations because I was so stuck. Because we get so stuck in that heavy, dense 3D energy because we're on the planet. We're on the planet. We're going to feel that energy. What we're trying to do is find that balance. Like the Two of Cups is talking about, find that emotional balance. Because that is where the balance needs to be, is emotionally. Say you're doing something that you, with a group of people, and it's a type of self-care for you. Okay, that's beautiful. But are you doing it too much? Balance. Balance. Because it's not impossible or hard to believe that we will focus on that thing we see as self-care, do it too much, because what we're really doing is trying to ignore the fear of going ahead and doing what we want to do. For real. And don't quit your job. Get this thing that you want to do, that you are interested in, that you are passionate about. Do that while you're still working. Because if you're stressed because you quit your job and you have no money, this side thing that you're trying to build isn't going to happen until you get yourself settled financially. And isn't that kind of part of the point of starting this new thing that you're passionate about? It's okay to want money. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're greedy because you want more money. Because it's not true. You're meant to be wealthy. It's your right. You're an heir to source, to God. You deserve to be wealthy. And that money that you want, or that success that you want, or even that camaraderie with other people that you want, is your right. Don't let anybody tell you you're greedy. Forget that. Turn on. Okay, so that does go with the Sun card. Because while you're doing this thing you're interested in, these Seven of Coins, or Pentacles, while you're doing what you're interested in, this is going to happen. You're going to start to see success. That's what the Sun is about, is new beginnings and success, right? So when you're doing that, you are turning on this connection to you and your higher power, or your source, or your guides and angels. Okay? That's what you're doing. Because of the feeling it creates in you. Yes, I'm afraid of it. Yes, I'm nervous. Yes, I'm having a panic attack. But I love doing it. And all that other stuff, that nervousness and fear and panic attacks and all that anxiety, all that will go away. Just do it. Don't compare yourself to other people. Because other people are themselves and you are yourself. And you are unique as a human being. No one does everything exactly the same as everybody else or anyone else. You have something to offer. So, you tell that fear to go sit down in the back of the bus where it belongs, and you drive the bus. Or better yet, you let guides, angels, spirit, source, God, you let one of them drive the bus, and you sit shotgun. Okay? Because it's a co-creation. Yes, you're manifesting it here and with the way that you feel about it and how you vibrate. But spirit or source is the one that's bringing it to you. And that's, sometimes I have to be grateful for that. That I have a partner in crime. I have a partner. I have several of them that want to help me, that guide me, if I will just be quiet and listen. So, let's pick another word. We'll do a couple more of these, and then we'll pick some more cards. Yeah, we got about 15 minutes left. Alright, so, calling someone. Knight of Cups, this person coming in. This person, remember this card had two different meanings. It had the meaning of, well, it went with the Ace of Pentacles, right? This is serving two purposes, this card. So it goes with the Ace of Pentacles, slow moving. Knights, Cups, plus Cancer season right now. Slow moving, okay? And it went with the Ace of Pentacles, new, abundant beginnings. But it also spoke to another human being that we already discussed, who does not have your best interest at heart, who is just full of it. Someone, calling someone. Now, for some of you, this person has your phone number or knows how to contact you. And for others of you, they don't, and they're really trying hard to find out. Doing a little cyber stalking, maybe. I'm hearing fake accounts, social media accounts, to be able to look at your public posts. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not that it's not like it's a dangerous situation physically. It's just more of a nuisance because you're done with this person and they don't like it. And for most of you, a lot of you, you've been done for years. And something went on in their life with a third party. And now they want to come back to you. The thing is, with all these planets retrograde, and with the new moon and Cancer season, this person, if you do end up seeing them physically, they might spill their guts to you. Or they'll do something that confirms your suspicions about what kind of person they really are, or reconfirms who they really are by their actions and their words, because their actions and their words don't match. They do not walk the talk. So they're not dangerous physically, but they are someone who can mess with you mentally. So beware. Some of you know who I'm talking about too. The person popped right in your head as soon as I started talking about it. You haven't seen them yet, maybe. They're coming. But like I said, you might be able to block that interaction by doing that, cutting the karmic cord with them. Because it's their karma they need to clean up. You already cleaned up your karma with them, because the doer of the bad things wasn't really you. I mean, you did your dirt too, but they... And I'm not making excuses, but this is the way it is. If someone pushes another person long enough, the other person will push back. And that's what I'm seeing here. It didn't start out like that. But they were so nasty and so manipulative. And they lied so much that you just got sick and tired of taking it. And you reacted in a way that is out of character for you. So now you have the choice. If you actually physically come into contact with them, you have the choice to take a deep breath. No yelling. No responding to the BS. Can't believe we haven't pulled a sword card yet. We might. No responding to the BS. You be calm. You be your authentic self in that moment. Just let them talk. Because you know what they say is going to make you mad. But you know, underneath all that anger, that they don't know what they're talking about and they're wrong. So, I think you're going to be the calm person in this. And if you're the person who has the karmic debt, Spirit is asking you to please just state your case, make your apologies without the finger pointing. Remember, when you point one at you, you might have heard this before, you got three more pointing at somebody else, you got three more pointing at you. So, Just try to keep it civil for both parties. All right? And just because, if you're the person with the karmic debt, you're not a bad person. You're no different than anybody else in the regard of you got stuff to work on. We all do. Each and every one of us. What is the point in being perfect? What fun would that be? We didn't come here to be perfect. We came here to learn stuff. And then we get to report back to Source what we learned. And Source is pleased. Source is excited when we pass over, when we leave, when we exit the planet, and when we go back to be with Source. Source is happy and pleased with our reports because we did exactly what we were supposed to do, what we planned to do on a soul level. See? It's a beautiful thing, people. Did I see a couple more? Yes, so that was one. Let's do another. Uh-oh. Forgiveness. It's not just speaking to forgiving somebody else. It's speaking to forgiving ourselves. Again, we're human. Allow ourselves to make mistakes. It's okay. Doesn't make us bad people. It makes us, again, human. Otherwise, I would have come back as a freaking beetle bug or something, or a plant, you know? I came here to learn lessons. I'm sure I could learn something being a beetle bug or a plant. Plants just go with the flow. I might come back as a plant next life. Plants go with the flow. I struggle with that one. But, yeah, that forgiveness is really important. Oh my goodness, and I'm picking up some of you are angry at higher power. Someone was taken from you. Awful things have happened to you. They did not happen to you. They happened for you. I can empathize, and I'm not going to get into it, but I can empathize. Just take my word for it. Things happen to you. And it's your chance to learn from these things that are happening to you. There is a nugget of, I call it a takeaway. With every bad and awful situation that could ever hit us in life, there is a positive takeaway. Something we can find in there, a nugget that we can find in there to help us grow, to be grateful for. Right. Very nice. You're going to be okay. For those of you who have had some really bad juju and stuff happen to you, and really awful human beings just messing with you and systems messing with you, you're going to be okay. Spirit says stop fighting. It's not working. Hasn't worked yet? Stop fighting. People and systems are going to do whatever people and systems do. And if you ask your guides and angels for help, they will guide you and show you which direction to take to make things better for you. Because they don't want you in emotional pain. They know we have to learn from it, but they don't want you in perpetual emotional pain. They want you to be happy. You didn't come here to be miserable. Right? Right. Okay. Let's pick a couple more and then we're going to shut it down. All right, back to the Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, wait a minute. No, silly me. I should pick one for our Del Toro deck for my fellow horror flick fans. Pardon me, out of the picture there. There we go. Silly me. Okay. What we got here? Let's pick a card from the Del Toro deck. All right, we have the Five of Wands. So, wands are movement. Okay. Yeah, fire. Wands are fire. So, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But 5 is right in the middle. So this is where lessons learned are just beginning to happen. Spiritual growth is just beginning to happen. Like I said, that thing you're trying to get off the ground is just starting to happen. Spirit's telling me 6 months. 6 months for that to, I mean, you're going to see progress, but 6 months for that to get off the ground and show dividends. In whatever way dividends are appropriate for you. Okay? Everybody's different. Everybody doesn't want money. Okay? So, not that that's a bad thing. So yeah, Five of Wands, you're right in the middle. Just beginning to see, to start something, or just beginning to see the fruits of your labor. The fruits of your labor. Right? So, thank you, Mr. Del Toro. I appreciate your creative cards. And on the bottom, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. See that? So, double confirmation on fresh, productive, abundant things coming to you. All right. I appreciate you hanging out with me, Earth signs. I really do. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful new moon. Enjoy it. Relax. Take a deep breath. Eat some popcorn. Watch a movie. Do something you really like to do. Take a bubble bath. Light a candle. Do something you want to do that brings you joy. Read a book. Listen to an audiobook. Go shopping. Not too much. Don't forget to play the lottery. All right. You guys have a beautiful evening or a beautiful day. And I really appreciate you coming here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.